The war had raged, but Daemon, ever wise, read the true battle in his nephew's eyes. He knew the rage, the arrogance, the pride, of what one eye for a kingdom cannot hide. No siege for a dragon, no grand, final fight. He chose instead a silent, daring plight. He flew alone to the castle so tall, and waited for Aemon to answer his call. He sent no raven, no formal demand, just took the great throne with a sword in his hand. For 13 days, in the shadow of stone, he dared the lone prince to come claim his own. A challenge of presence, a power so deep, a promise the honor-bound Targaryens keep. He waited for fury, a vengeance so vast, and knew that the great duel would come at long last. For 13 days, a silence held the air, a silent promise, a chilling dare. For in that great hall, a king's seat was found, with Daemon alone, on a cursed, blood-soaked ground. No armies battled, no banners were shown, just two men's pride on a field of their own. A war of the mind, a final, dark game, to prove to the other a greater, more dangerous name. Until Aemon's defiance, and honor's loud cry, could not bear to watch while the pretender sat by. The stage was now set, for a glorious fight, and the world waited to see who was wrong and who was right. The war had raged, a bitter, crimson flame, two princes waiting to end this bloody game. Aemon, the kinslayer, with one burning eye, and Daemon, the rogue, beneath a watchful sky. On Harrenhal's ground, one prince waited long, with nothing but silence, a battle song. He dared the monster with a challenge bold, a final duel, a story to be told. Then from the clouds, a shadow huge and vast, Vhagar's old fury, a breath from the past. Aemon's pale face, a smile on his lips, his dragon's shadow, a world in eclipse. He saw his rival, a figure alone, and knew that the kingdom was his to own. The fire was ready, the claws were unbent. On one final moment, a lifetime was spent. The dragons met, in a roar and a scream, a living nightmare, a terrifying dream. Old Vhagar, a mountain of tooth and of fire, and Caraxes, a serpent, filled with desire. They spun in the heavens, in smoke and in flame, a duel of fury, with no one to blame. They bit and they tore, a furious fight, a dance of dragons, in the pale twilight. Then Daemon saw it, the moment to seize, the final, dark ending that would bring a truce to the breeze. He climbed from his saddle, with no fear in his soul, the price for his rival, his final toll. He leapt to his death, with a heart of pure steel, with dark sister in hand, to make Aemon feel. He plunged the blade deep, in the place of an eye, and ended the duel, in the cold, open sky. They fell to their fate, a spiral of death. No war cry was heard, no final, last breath. Vhagar and Caraxes, a tangle of might, plunged into the lake, into the black night. The war for the sky was over at last, a sacrifice made, a die that was cast. He fell with his foe, in that great, silent place, a single death spiral without sound or a trace. The waters of God's eye, a deep, silent tomb, swallowed two princes and their dragons to doom. Caraxes returned, a final, last breath, and found his last solace, a land-bound death. But Daemon's own body, the rogue prince's frame, was lost to the depths, a whispered, unknown name. For centuries after, his fate was a quest, but his body was never laid finally to rest. Only a skull, Vhagar's monstrous remains, was found in the darkness, where the cold water reigns. The rogue prince's legacy, still soaring so high, his final farewell a silent goodbye.